Hello everybody, this is PDX Rex and I'm doing a tutorial. It's gonna be the best. Just joking, we're not singing anymore. Let's get started. Alright, what's going on everybody? PDX Rex here. We are doing the tutorial for the Tetra Tool and Neon database, aka the TTNDN some seeds. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to need to get a web browser up. Actually, let's not do that. Let's do this. We're going to pop open a file explorer. Bada bing, bada boom. There's my file explorer. We want to, if you want to install things wherever you want, just install things wherever you want. But if you want to keep this stuff like together, I would suggest putting all of this stuff in the same folder. So I would probably just go into your user folder and then, create a folder here, or, put it in your documents or whatever. It's going to make things so much easier if you just put all this shit in the same place. So the number one key thing though, is that you, wherever this goes, you cannot put spaces in your folder names. So like this one here, saved space games, can't use it. This one here, where I borrowed all these ROMs from this guy, can't use it. So if you look at mine, mine all goes into a folder. Well, most of my stuff goes into a folder just called Tetra, because it's what I did. But no spaces. No spaces anywhere. 0 spaces. If you put a space in this somewhere, it's going to mess something up later on down the line. So, no spaces. Have I said no spaces enough? I think I've said no spaces enough. Okay, step 2. We're going to download stuff. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to download a GitHub. Or by download I mean create an account. So you're going to go to github.com. I'm already logged in, so you're going to see a sign up page. Sign up, create all your stuff, and then get an account. I have an account over here. It's NESRex. It's kind of my alter ego. But yeah, so you're going to do this first. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to get Python 3.13.2. I don't have Python 3.13.2. I actually have Python something else. I believe that yeah, I've got 3.13.1 or something. So you might have this already on your machine, right? Just go down to your little search Python, and then you're going to see you probably have an app, right? If you already have a version, then whatever version you have is probably good, as long as it's within like the last couple of years. Wouldn't be too big of a worry. But if not, in the comments there will be a link to all these things, so you can go grab them. Okay, next thing is kind of the same thing. You are going to need something called PowerShell ISE. Not PowerShell, not PowerShell x86, PowerShell ISE x86. It will make things easier if you use that version and not the other version. So again, this is like search PowerShell. It's usually the first one. Okay, it's not the first one, but again, I will have the direct link to this one. Maybe how to install. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, just use the link. Use the link. The link will tell you how to get there. So once you have PowerShell installed, you're going to get Git for Windows. Gitforwindows.org. Again, I'll have a link. Download it, install it into that folder. Just keep everything nice and neat in there. Super easy. And then you're going to need something called Azure AZ Copy. So again, there's going to be a link here. Just download the thing, and then you have AZ Copy. Perfect. You've got 5 programs. Okay, So once you're done downloading these 5 programs, you're going to need to do some update. So the first thing we're going to do is we need to get Tetra Tool installed. So we're going to go back to our GitHub, and you're going to look for the Z1R visualizer under Tetrally. So she has it. So here's the address. Again, I will put that in the download section, so then that will link to it there. Updating my little written tutorial so it has that in it. Perfect. Okay, so from here you're going to create a fork. X or plus sign, create a new fork. I already got a fork, I already created it because I've been running it, doing the beta testing. So once you create the new fork, it's going to give you something that looks like this. And then you need to check this out. So the branch is 1 commit behind. So what you need to do is you need to update your fork. Okay, we'll do update branch. Okay, we have updated the branch. Maybe we just need to do this again. So we're going to clone what we have, and we are going to pull it down. There we go. Okay. So it looks like we got to hit that button first. So we will update it from the website. I thought that this command line pulled all that stuff, but apparently I was wrong. So now we've got the Tetra program all updated, and that is excellent. So we can move on to the next set. So this is where we are going to get seeds to put into the program. So what we're going to do is we're going to close this down, and on our same desktop that we're working on, you can use a different desktop for this if you want to put it over to the side. Usually what I do is when I'm just sitting here at night hanging out in Discord or watching races or whatever, I put it on a separate window, and then I just use my phone to chat or like whatever. So what we need to do is we need to open PowerShell, right click, run as administrator. Okay, we'll put this over here. And then we are going to open the randomizer program, aka the old man. We'll right click, or run as administrator. Hit yes. I'm going to stick the old man over here. And then I like to just open up a window, a file explorer window, so I can see down here in the corner how many items are there. And then what I've been doing is I've been making a folder called seeds, and you can see that we've done a lot of testing into this. And then so I'm currently on session 9, and then you're going to put a vanilla ROM in here. And the name of the vanilla ROM doesn't matter. And actually, if you could just make it Z1 to make it as short as possible, that will like seriously help things out, because these file names can get pretty big. So once we have that going on, we're going to start getting some seeds. So you need to pick what kind of flags that you want. So currently what I'm doing is I am running the Mags Rush flags. And then you guys, this is the most important part. You need to go to the miscellaneous tab, and you need to turn off race ROM. No race ROM. Race ROM does not work, obviously. It encrypts the data. We cannot have that. Then also make sure print quest information is off. No router stuff. Router stuff creates extra files. We don't want extra files. So we're going to go to seeds to generate. We're going to pick 10 seeds. And then you are going to take your flag string, and you're going to copy it from here and paste it into your custom one. As you can see, I've got the same flag string here and here, so we are good. Then you're going to use the tab on your keyboard, and you need to get over to where the generate button is highlighted. If you go past it, just hold down shift and then hit tab and it'll take you backwards. Now you're a programmer. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to get Neon's script. And Neon's script is going to pretty much take control of your computer and start running keyboard commands on it. So this is all automated. Before you go to bed at night, pop this thing on there, paste it in, get it going, and just let it run overnight. And you'll have no problems. So we're going to right click and paste this in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hover my mouse over the old man, hit enter on the keyboard, and then click on the old man. And then you will watch and see what happens. So generating our first 10 seeds. You can see down the bottom we have 2,979 seeds. And that number is growing. And then you're going to get the output files successfully been created. Just let it chill, and then it's going to think about it for a second and say, okay, cool, that was enough time to generate 10 seeds. I'm going to generate 10 more seeds. And then this thing will just go and go and go and go until it stops. And the big part is up here on the count screen. You can make this number whatever you want it to be. It's probably going to be 100, 100 on like the base thing, but I set mine to 1,000. I sent it to 10,000 last night, and I got like a just complete, giant ass folder full of seeds last night. So yeah. So like I said, you can't do anything on your computer. You can't like click anywhere. You just got to have the old man up and in focus at all times. But when you're ready to stop, you just hit the little stop button on PowerShell, and then it will no longer spit seeds out for you. So now that we've got an entire folder full of seeds, and I'm going to back it up here and show you session 8. So I've got 1,750 seeds here ready to go. So what you got to do is you got to take that Z1 ROM and put it back into your seeds folder. So then it'll be down here. So I'll show you on session 9. So on session 9, you just take it, grab it, stick it back in your seeds folder, and then it's down here. And then when you create a new folder, session 10, you drag that file in there, and then you're ready to go. But we don't want that. We don't want that file in the folder when we're doing the uploads. It's just going to get in the way. Okay, so we've got that going on. Now there's kind of like two things that we can do here. The first thing, which would be super cordial and awesome of you, is to put all of this into Neon's database so everyone has access to it. And then from there, if you want to create your own database, export this and put it into Excel or, whatever, that's totally cool. But if you could dump these in so everyone has access to them, that would be super awesome. But we are going to use AZ copy for this. All right, we're going to paste this string in here. It's going to tell us to open up the AZ copy program and get it like preheated, ready to go. Like it's winter and you gotta warm the engine up beforehand. All right, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to need to get a key for the database from Neon. And he's going to give these out individually. So it's NEONONANE on Discord. Just shoot him a DM, say, hey, I need a key to get ROMs uploaded into the database. And he will give you that information and give you that access. And so I will be blocking this part out, so you're not going to be able to see this one. But you paste it in, you hit enter, and then that information is there. And then we are on to the next section. And this part's super easy. This is the copy the files to the directory. So you're going to put in that folder that has all the seeds and stuff in it. So it's $AZ copy space or ampersand space $AZ copy space double quotes the file path to where your seeds are at slash star double quotes space $target. And then this is where the cool magic happens. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see this. And then boom. It's going to do a scan. It's going to find the folders. It's going to create a log. It's going to start the session. And it's going to give you an update every 2 seconds. And so I've got, like I said, 14.75K ROMs. We have 0 failures through the first couple iterations. We're 10% through, no failures. So this is good. Means I didn't screw up anything by adding race ROMs. So yeah, you're just going to let this thing go through. And it's going to chug along, and it really doesn't take, I mean, you know, this 14,500 ROMs, and we're halfway or a third of the way through it already. It really doesn't take any time at all to get through these. Creating them takes longer than uploading them by far. And 99%, 99.8, and there we go, 100%. Got a couple more stragglers, a couple pending. They're just trying to get through. Interesting. Well, this has never happened before. Alright, well, while this tries to push those 2 through, I will be back momentarily. Well, alright, there we go. Not quite sure why those last 2 took so long, but they all plugged away, so we are good to go. So now Neon has all that stuff in the database. Be prepared for a database video from Neon if you want to get in and learn how to look at all this stuff in a readable format. But if you don't want to wait that long, if you want to know what's up with your seeds, you can run the Tetra program. So first thing we need to do is we need to get out of the current directory that we are in and go to the directory that Tetra's visualizer is in. So this is where mine is at currently, and there we go. CD command puts us there. And then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to run the Python script. So we're going to connect Python to Tetra's program via PowerShell. Oh, sorry, that is the example. Just ignore that happened. This is the correct path. Okay. Oh, no, that is also well, no, that'll work. So I did it on a different folder, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. So this is on the session 6 folder, which I think is only like 300 ROMs, so that's not too bad. So after you're done doing that, you can go through and verify that all that stuff went in through correctly with another script that Neon has written. So you're going to paste this stuff in here, and it's going to go through, and it's going to process the ROMs and give you the information. You're going to get a nice cool progress bar. Thank you, Neon. We all love progress bars. Yeah, this is the 300 seed folder that we did. So once this gets through, we'll go back up and we'll take a look at this code real quick. So that way we are on the level of where things are at. Okay. So what we're doing here is, like I said, we're $array equals ampersand the path to your Python program, and then the CLI.py space dash dash files equals, and then where your files are at. At the end, once you have the folder, /star, which means grab every file that has a .nes attachment to it, which will be all the ROMs, and then you're good to go. So then once you chug that through, you've got this other thing that you're going to post in for Neon, which you've got to make sure that you've got where Tetra's program is, and then the folder that holds your ROMs, and then where your Python is located at in this one. So all of this will be highlighted, what you need to change to where your stuff is at. And then it's going to chug through the ROMs. And then the last thing that you can do is you can output it into a file. So we're going to get back up here. We're going to paste this here. I'm going to change the file here. And then you just put in whatever file you want. This will be the 300 file database. And you're going to output it as a text file, hit enter, and then if we open up our File Explorer window and we go look in our folder where we have everything at, this is where Tetra's visualizer is here, you'll see the 300 file database, and then we can just open that bad boy up. Actually, what we can do, well, I guess I can show it to you. It's going to be obviously in a text file. There's all the information. We can right click and we can open it with, choose another app. Pretty sure that I've got, oh god, this is, pretty sure we got Excel in here. Yeah, we've got Excel. Just this once, we'll open it up in Excel. Excel's going to open on a different screen, of course. Why it would not open on the same screen that we're working on, who knows. But let's just drag that down here. And bada bing, bada boom. We don't need any of this stuff. And there we go. There's all your stuff. So it's all going to be in one line here, right? But we're talking like, here's the entrance room. There's no enemies. There's no items. There's no stairways. The next room is an NSU room. There are 8 enemies in here. There's a mix of enemies. There's no stairways. Looks like maybe the Triforce is in this room. Looks like we got the map in the Aqua Mentis room here as the third room. So here you just have like a complete buttload of stuff. We've got some overworld information, some shops, all that stuff, small secrets, and then you're gonna get into some stuff. I think that was a good example right there. If we can get back to it, yeah. Not everything is going to be spit out in the cleanest manner, so I have no idea what this stuff is. So when you're building your own stuff, you better have some knowledge on how to get all this stuff done. But here's some cool stuff. So here's the recorder tune. Recorder tune is currently not getting spit out correctly, but this is Song of Torment from Ocarina of Time, probably. I think Ocarina of Time is a tormentuous game. I think definitely torment it. Some level 9 quotes. Korea guards the compass. Kidnaps in the northeast of Skull. Silver's killed the beast lie elsewhere in this seed if you're looking. Must have 8 Triforces to get in. and then some of the other hints. So all this stuff is in here, spit out. It's just up to you on how you want to go through, pivot it out, and look at that data. Or, like I said, just wait, and Neon can give you access to the database, and you can just do it through learning how to from that video. All right. So that's what it is. It is what it is. If you need any help or anything, feel free to reach out to me. If you chug a lot of seeds and you cannot get them into, so let's take a look at this, right? I think that this might show, maybe not. Excel does have a limit of like 1,000,000 lines. This one's only 113,000 lines. You do have an option that you can go and get access to something that will give you more lines, and it is row0.io, and this is the best spreadsheets for big data. 1,000 times faster, 1 billion plus rows. The bigger, the better, the better, the bigger. So that is all that we have currently. Check the link in the video for the written documentation that you can follow along with. And like I said, if you've got any questions, feel free to hit me up, send me a DM, and I can help you through it. So thanks everybody, and have a good rest of your life. Bye.